गुड इवनिंग एवरीवन। मैं हूं आपके साथ अंकिता चंद्रा और आप एक बार फिर से हमारा लाइव सेशन देख रहे हैं जिसका नाम है बी फ्री। और आज हमारा विषय है कि गर्भावस्था की पहली तिमाही में, यानी कि पहले जो 3 महीने होते हैं, 1 से 12 हफ्ते का जो सफर होता है, उसमें किन किन बातों का ध्यान रखना चाहिए, किन चीजों को अपनाना चाहिए और किन चीजों से दूरी बनानी चाहिए। क्योंकि कहा जाता है कि प्रेगनेंसी का ये जो फर्स्ट ट्राइमेस्टर होता है वो बहुत ज्यादा मायने रखता है और इस दौरान बहुत ज्यादा एक महिला को ध्यान रखना चाहिए अपने शरीर का और अपने इमोशंस का, क्योंकि यही वो वक्त होता है जब एक जो फीटस होता है, जो बच्चा होता है, गर्भ में बहुत तेजी से बढ़ रहा होता है। तो इसलिए कहीं ना कहीं फिजिकली और इमोशनली दोनों तरह से एक मदर को स्ट्रांग होना पड़ता है और अपना ख्याल रखना पड़ता है। पूरी जिम्मेदारी के साथ सावधानियां बरतनी चाहिए। तो किस तरह की सावधानियां बरतनी चाहिए, सवाल ये मन में आता है। क्या कुछ करना चाहिए, किन चीजों से दूरी बनानी चाहिए, और अगर इस पर एक डॉक्टर की राय हमें मिल जाए तो उससे अच्छी बात क्या हो सकती है। तो इसीलिए आज हमने इस विषय को उठाया है और इस पर बातचीत करने के लिए हमारे साथ मौजूद होंगे डॉक्टर राजू साहित्य, जो एक ऑब्स्टेट्रिशियन गायनेकोलॉजिस्ट है। तो उन फर्स्ट ट्राइमेस्टर में किन किन बातों का ध्यान रखना चाहिए एक प्रेग्नेंट वुमेन को। डॉक्टर राजू साहित्य, एक बार फिर से हमारे इस लाइव सेशन में आपका बहुत बहुत स्वागत है और आपने हमें अपना समय एक बार फिर से दिया, इसके लिए बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया।
नहीं, थैंक यू फॉर इनवाइटिंग मी एंड थैंक यू, आई एम देयर। प्लीज व्हाटएवर यू वांट टू नो आस्क मी।
ओके सर, जैसे आज का हमारा जो विषय है कि फर्स्ट ट्राइमेस्टर में किन बातों का ख्याल रखना चाहिए, डूज एंड डोंट्स जो हमने नाम दिया है, तो आखिर ऐसा क्यों है कि फर्स्ट ट्राइमेस्टर बहुत ज्यादा मायने रखता है और क्या वाकई ये बहुत रिस्की भी होता है? ऐसा क्यों होता है, इसके पीछे क्या वजह है?
इसको तो रिस्की तो नहीं कहा जाना चाहिए। इट इज नॉट रिस्की एट ऑल। या मायने जरूर रखता है, इट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, क्योंकि हर एक चीज शुरुआत में जो अंदर बच्चा बनता है वो फर्स्ट 12 वीक्स में ही उसका बहुत ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंस होता है, बहुत ज्यादा मायने होती है। सो वन हैज टू बी वेरी केयरफुल व्हेन you come to know that you're pregnant, and for the first 12 weeks of pregnancy, what we call as a first trimester, it is very important to be very careful. It's nothing that you should start worrying. It is better to take the right advice. So once you are in the right hands, and gone are the days, like I said earlier also, that patients used to wait, the mothers to be, that they had to wait नाम डालने का है डिलीवरी के लिए in the 6th month, 7th month. I have always been telling that the pyramid of care has inverted now. We have more checkups in the first 3 months. So it is very, very important that in the first 3 months, once you identify that you're pregnant, you have missed your period, and you are seeing that your urine home pregnancy test is positive, and you get some basic symptoms. These are like period has not come. The other basic thing what happens is a girl experiences increased thin vaginal discharge. She feels wet. That is also in early pregnancy one sign that you feel like that. She feels like urinating very often because the uterus has become little heavy, because it is become congested and it is growing, so it presses on the urinary bladder. Once it presses on the urinary bladder, there is frequency of urine. You feel like passing urine more often. And then you feel engorged, tender breast. You feel as if, something has gone wrong. There is pain in the breast. But if it is on both sides and you have missed your period and the pregnancy test is positive, these are early signs of pregnancy. And then very soon, depends on the sensitivity of the hormone and the individual, one starts feeling those nausea, queasiness, not wanting to eat, wanting to throw up. A woman who's pregnant is taking full rest, but still she feels very exhausted because there is a lot of activity going on inside the womb. The cells are dividing at unimaginable speed. And when the cells are dividing and the early embryo is forming, lot of energy and glucose in the mother and all the nutrients are being used up. She feels tired, exhausted, and she wants to just lay back and sleep as if she's worked very hard. So all these things can happen in early pregnancy, yet it is not that there is a problem. These are the signs and symptoms of pregnancy. When you come to know about this, you should make up your mind that you are going to take care of this growing embryo in the womb right from the beginning.
और क्या कोई ऐसे भी सिम्टम्स होते हैं जो मैटर ऑफ कंसर्न हो सकते हैं?
Yes, early pregnancy, see, a person who's first time pregnant is different than a woman who's already been pregnant. Now, already being pregnant and having uneventful pregnancy तो ज्यादा कंसर्न नहीं है, लेकिन कोई केसेस ऐसे भी होते हैं कि पहले मिसकैरेज हो चुका है, तो ऐसे पेशेंट्स को और केयर करना चाहिए. अब इस बार सब कुछ ठीक होना चाहिए, तो दे शुड रिपोर्ट टू द डॉक्टर्स इफ देयर इज पेन, if there is any spotting or bleeding, they should immediately get a little alarmed, not worried, and they should report to the doctor for the right advice. So any pain or any spotting or little bleeding in early pregnancy could be a matter of concern. But the symptoms which I said earlier is naturally there. Some patients, mother to be, they get worried when they have no symptoms.
Yeah.
They say, doctor, you are saying that I am pregnant. I saw the pregnancy test is positive, but I'm not feeling anything. So I tell them, you are God blessed. Wait and watch. Keep your fingers crossed.
Yeah. और जैसे अगर होम प्रेगनेंसी टेस्ट में एक महिला को पता चल जाता है नाउ शी इज प्रेग्नेंट, तो फिर डॉक्टर से कब उन्हें मिलना चाहिए?
या इस प्रेगनेंसी टेस्ट में मैं उसके पहले एक चीज और कहना चाहूंगा. Sometimes the pregnancy tests are weak positive. You have the symptoms, but they are weak positive. That is matter of concern. If a woman is having delayed periods and there is delayed conception, it is possible that when they do the pregnancy test, when they are missed for a couple of days, it could be weak positive, which subsequently will become normal positive, a proper 2 dark lines as you have seen in the pregnancy test kit. But sometimes with regular periods, everything is all right and conception cannot be said to be a delayed conception. Then there is a small risk that there could be pregnancy not in the womb, not in the uterus. It could be an ectopic pregnancy, a tubal pregnancy. A weak pregnancy test can also, the doctor has to keep in mind and counsel with the patient. So, अभी आपका प्रश्न था डॉक्टर से कब मिलना चाहिए?
डॉक्टर, या
क्योंकि जैसे हमने आपको बताया कि अर्ली प्रेगनेंसी से लेके फर्स्ट 12 वीक्स आर वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. सो वन शुड नॉट वेट. Once the pregnancy, if the period is missed, do the home pregnancy test. If you can't do or don't want to do it at home and you want to go to your doctors, you go to the doctor. He once knows that you have missed your period and he will find out these symptoms, that whether there is increased vaginal discharge, is the breast tender and sensitive. Then he will do a pregnancy test and he'll find the pregnancy test is positive. And first visit is very, very important when you go to the doctors, because in the first visit, we have to establish many, many important things. The most important is that the pregnancy is in the womb, it's in the uterus. Like I said, it may not be seen in the uterus. Then we have to counsel for ectopic pregnancy. The second thing, you have to see that the pregnancy is matching with the dates. Whenever you have gone there, if you are 4.5 weeks, that means 3 days up, or if you are 1 week up, you are 5 weeks, you should go, and that first ultrasound is very, very important, and the first ultrasound preferably is done on the first visit if anybody is 1 week up. That means 5 weeks pregnant. So like I said, it is intrauterine pregnancy. वो ट्यूब में नहीं है. Then वो single pregnancy है. It's not multiple pregnancy. As early as 5 weeks of pregnancy, you can come to know whether it is a single pregnancy or multiple pregnancy. You don't have to wait for long. Just first scan will tell you. So dating the pregnancy to see that pregnancy is correct size as matching with the menstrual cycle dates given and all that. The first day of last period से गिनती होती है कोई भी प्रेगनेंसी की. फर्स्ट डे ऑफ द लास्ट पीरियड 28 डेज, और उसके ऊपर जितने दिन चढ़ जाते हैं 7 days, that makes 5 weeks, because pregnancy is 40 weeks and we count it week wise with a lunar month of 28 days, not the calendar month of 31 days. So once you come to know that you are 28 days plus 7 days or whatever number of days you are up, the sonography should also more or less evaluate and say, yes, you are matching with the dates, it's single pregnancy and everything is all right. Then in early pregnancy, there could be a possibility of a little bleeding spotting when you go there. So it is very, very important to check that there is no bleeding inside the pregnancy sac. Inside the pregnancy sac, there is what we call as chorionic tissue, chorionic frondosum. And this becomes the future placenta. And what is placenta? Placenta is the unit which supplies blood to the growing embryo. There is no any separation. There is no any subchorionic hematoma or hemorrhage in cases where there is spotting and bleeding. So first visit should be as early as possible so that you get the right advice directly from the horse's mouth, not from neighbors or those who are previously pregnant. Anybody and everybody who's 1 or 2 times pregnant, they feel that they can advise. No, when they have problem, they go to the doctors. You should also say, okay, fine, thank you for your advice, and you must go and see a doctor. And I joke with my patients if they come and tell me, I tell them, free advice is no good. Yeah. When you come to the doctors and you have to very professionally get examined, do a first scan, see your early pregnancy gestational sac, whether it is 1 or 2, whether there is any cause for concern, whether there is any risk that she will bleed, or whether there is a risk of ectopic pregnancy. All that settles down just within 15-20 minutes of your visit to the doctor, and you are relaxed there.
या तो जैसा आपने बताया कि अल्ट्रासाउंड के अलावा और कौन से टेस्ट किए जाते हैं? मैं फर्स्ट ट्राइमेस्टर के बारे में पूछ रही हूँ. Within 12.
Yeah. So once the sonography is done, pregnancy is established. Yeah. You are labeled as mother to be. You are pregnant. So what follows is the antenatal care. What is antenatal care? Natal is pregnancy, and before pregnancy and before delivery. Natal is pregnancy and delivery, and antenatal, A-N-T-E, antenatal, not anti. Yeah. Antenatal. Okay. So when you do this, so antenatal care, the first thing is doing an antenatal profile. Antenatal profile of blood test. You do a urine test, and in blood test, you will find out your blood group and RH factor if you don't know. Then you will find the status of your hemoglobin to start with, because in pregnancy, the hemoglobin drops initially when you are pregnant. So you should know your baseline hemoglobin and the various indices. जो ये hemoglobin होते हैं, सिर्फ hemoglobin जानने से कुछ नहीं बनता है. You come to know you are 13, 12, 11, लेकिन उसकी जो real पहचान है, जो real measure है, वो है indices. You do MCV, MCH, MCHC. These are the indices of the red blood cell. इससे आपको पता चलता है कि आपका सारा ठीक है या कोई कमी है. उसके अलावा हम जो टेस्ट करते हैं वो बेसिक टेस्ट होती है. उसमें शुगर होता है, उसमें TSH होता है, थायराइड स्टिमुलेटिंग हार्मोन. So you come to know that you are in the range. आपका थायराइड स्टिमुलेटिंग हार्मोन, the ultra sensitive TSH, should never be above 3. Preferably it should be 2.25. Preferably it should be 2.25, your thyroid function test. So after knowing, and also we do the 3H test in that. One is HIV, other is hepatitis, and it is hepatitis B, and the third is hepatitis C. तो ये तीनों 3H होता है, शुगर होता है, थायराइड फंक्शन टेस्ट होता है, और पूरा हीमोग्राम होता है, हीमोग्लोबिन और इंडाइसिस. And then there is a urine test also to see that you don't have any infection in the urine. You don't have any albumin in the urine. So this is basic test along with ultrasound. After knowing you're pregnant, you have to do an antenatal profile.
ओके। तो जैसे आपके पास अगर कोई महिला आती है और वो प्रेग्नेंट हो गई है, तो आप क्या सजेस्ट करते हैं कि फर्स्ट ट्राइमेस्टर में क्या कुछ अपनाना चाहिए, किस तरह के चेंजेस उन्हें लाइफस्टाइल में करने चाहिए?
She has to first, after being assured that all is well,
Yeah.
the life she is put into like a low risk patient. In a low risk patient, you have to still be careful. You are not now like when you were not pregnant. So you have to be very possessive about this pregnancy, not get worried. Don't start thinking that, oh my God, अभी तो ये मेरा problem हो गया, अभी मेरे को ये होगा, वो होगा. No. But yet you have to be careful. You have to have the right eating habits. You should eat healthy, very nutritive food where you should get good amount of vitamins, supplements, and you should be, relaxing all the way. Your mind should be relaxed. You should not have any exertion that may have an impact. Normal life should be there,
Yeah.
but exertion, lifting up weights, or having very jerky experience. Most of the patients, when once they are pregnant, then they get ideas that, can I travel?
Yeah.
Can I go in car? I want to do this and I want to do that. So many things. Still before that, they want to conceive. They don't want anything else in life. But once they are pregnant, and then
So
all the things
questions
perfect.
comes to their mind.
Like all the things surface. Can I go for a holiday? Can I go to Goa and can I get into the pool? Can I go to and get into the sea over there? And so many things are there. See, keeping good hygiene is very important in early pregnancy. Eating clean food is very important. You will land up with unnecessary loose motions. You have loosies, you have cramps, and then you will wonder, can I take this medicine and can I not take that medicine? Is it safe for my baby? So self-medication has to be controlled. You cannot go and do self-medication. You have to know that you're pregnant and you have given this responsibility to your doctor to take care of you. Pick up the phone and ask, I have this problem. Is it normal? It is not normal. And he or she should tell you, okay, this is okay, you don't have to worry. And is medication required? Not required. If required, what I should take? Don't start self-medicating like before. Remember, now you are pregnant. You cannot do that.
तो डॉक्टर राजू, जैसे मैं पूछ रही थी कि मल्टी वाइटामिन्स के बारे में, और ऐसा कहा भी जाता है कि अगर आप प्लानिंग भी कर रहे हैं बेबी की, तो फॉलिक एसिड बहुत ज्यादा मेजर रोल प्ले करता है, और खास तौर पर ये जो फर्स्ट ट्राइमेस्टर के दौरान, क्योंकि ये कहीं ना कहीं एक बच्चे को न्यूरल ट्यूब डिफेक्ट से भी बचाता है, जैसा कि मैं भी पढ़ रही थी। तो आखिर ये इतना जरूरी क्यों होता है और कितना फॉलिक एसिड लेना चाहिए?
आपने सही कहा, फॉलिक एसिड का बहुत इंपॉर्टेंस है और उसको एसिड नहीं समझना चाहिए। उसका नाम है फॉलिक एसिड। इट्स वन ऑफ अ विटामिन ऑफ अ बी कॉम्प्लेक्स एंड इट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट। सो फॉलिक एसिड, व्हेन यू आर प्लानिंग अ प्रेगनेंसी, अगर 2-4 हफ्ते प्रेगनेंसी हो जाने से पहले आपने फॉलिक एसिड लिया है तो उसका इंपॉर्टेंस 10 गुना हो जाता है। दैट मीन्स पेरी कंसेप्शनल, आपने फॉलिक एसिड लिया है as soon as you are wanting to plan a pregnancy. And then when you're pregnant, you have to take folic acid for 12 weeks. That means 3 months at least 3 months. Now, folic acid can be available in natural form in vegetables, cabbage, and all those things, but it is not enough. It is not enough. It is understood that at least 400 micrograms of folic acid periconceptional, that means when you are thinking of having a baby, to conceiving and when you are 3 months pregnant, is taken, but the tablets which are available, they are of 5 milligrams. But it doesn't matter. You must take one daily, periconceptional. It helps to first form good hemoglobin. Hemoglobin बनने के लिए हमें क्या-क्या चाहिए होता है? We require proteins, we require iron, we require vitamin B12, we require vitamin C, and very, very importantly, you require folic acid vitamin. So hemoglobin अच्छा बनता है when you take folic acid. Second thing, folic acid helps in the development of the brain and the spinal cord. Folic acid is important in seeing that the neural tube, the brain and the spinal cord is intact and develops and there is no defect in it. Folic acid deficiency can cause neural tube defect. That means the brain may not be closed and it may be open at the back somewhere here, right up to the tail area. There could be some defect in the spine and it's a split type of a defect and we say open neural tube defect. So it has been studied and beyond doubt confirmed that folic acid helps in prevention of such thing to happen. Another thing is it can also help in the development of good brain tissue, prevent neural tube defect, and like I said, in making of the hemoglobin.
ओके और यहाँ पर मैं एक दो सवाल भी ले लेती हूँ। ऊपर किसी ने पूछा था कि क्या प्रेगनेंसी के दौरान जरूरी होता है फर्स्ट ट्राइमेस्टर में
लीजिए।
बेड रेस्ट लेना? कई लोगों ने ये सवाल किया है कि प्रेगनेंसी के दौरान बेड रेस्ट लेना जरूरी होता है क्या?
नहीं, bed rest like how you take like all the time in some going flat like this, like shavasana or something is not required. You should be lively, you should be happy, you should do all the movements. Bed rest is required only when there is a problem.
Yeah, high risk
When
pregnancy.
there is a you see very, very well you said, the doctor defines you and keeps in mind that this patient is low risk. Now,
Yeah.
this patient is a high risk patient who previously had miscarriages. This patient who's complaining of pain is a high risk. This patient who had spotting in early pregnancy is high risk. Then I told you, you don't have to exert, you don't have to have jerky experience. You may require to abstain from sexual contact, sexual intercourse, traveling, journeys, lifting up weight, and above all, the worry. Don't worry. You have to relax. But आप जब bed rest लेते हो early pregnancy में, कई पेशेंट्स को एडवाइस मिल जाता है कि आपको टांगे ऊपर कर देना चाहिए, आपको बटक्स के नीचे 4 पिलो रख देना चाहिए, नहीं तो आपकी प्रेगनेंसी नीचे गिर जाएंगी. This is not true. In early pregnancy, the weight of the pregnancy is less than a gram early in the beginning, and finally, by the time you are going to see the heartbeat and you are going to see the embryo, it is some 2-3 grams. Anything which is heavy
Yeah.
later in pregnancy, and there is a risk of a premature delivery or premature birth or bleeding, they require a head low position, leg raised position. Here should be a very comfortable, good resting mattress and try to take it easy for a few days. You can get up and go to the dining table. You can get up and sit at the couch and watch TV. You can go to the washroom. You can take a shower, but you have to be very careful. No jerky experience. You don't have to fall down. You don't have to add fuel to fire like this. Otherwise, there is not complete bed rest unless the problem is such. Then it is better to get hospitalized rather than do it at home. Get hospitalized, because why you should get hospitalized? Because not only that you will get rest, but you require to take injections which support the pregnancy, which relax the uterus and take care of the pain, take care of the possibility of miscarriages. So taking those injections, you cannot call the doctor or you go to the doctor all the time. So it is better to, when it comes to high risk with all these problems which I said, bed rest will not help. Then you should take rest at the hospital where your doctor is very easily accessible, reachable all the time there.
और जिनकी प्रेगनेंसी में किसी भी तरह का रिस्क नहीं है, नॉर्मल प्रेगनेंसी चल रही है, तो उन्हें आप किस तरह का एडवाइस देते हैं एज अ फिजिकल एक्टिविटी के लिए? क्या कुछ उन्हें करना चाहिए?
I will tell them to be normal. I'll tell them do everything in limits. Whatever you do, you can even get down and go for a drive, or you can also drive and take somebody for a drive. There is no harm. But you should not have a jerky experience. You should not forget that there is a speed breaker and have a big
Yeah.
jump on it. You will get worried because, like I told you once patients are pregnant and then they start asking,
Yeah.
मैं ऑटो रिक्शा में बैठ सकती हूँ क्या, मैं ये कर सकती हूँ क्या, मैं वो कर, हाँ कर सकते हो, बट यू हैव टू बी केयरफुल. यू हैव टू टेल दैट योर ड्राइवर, योर शोफर, योर रिक्शा वाला, टेक इट इजी, आई एम नॉट इन अ रश,
Yeah,
take it easy. So you can be normal. If you are a low risk category, no risk category, you should be normal.
और अगर खान पान की बात करें तो किन किन चीजों को अवॉइड करना चाहिए, खासतौर पर फर्स्ट ट्राइमेस्टर के दौरान? क्योंकि मैं कहीं पढ़ भी रही थी कि अल्कोहल का भी सेवन इस समय अच्छा नहीं होता, वो थ्रू आउट प्रेगनेंसी भी सही नहीं होता है। और अगर हम टी और कॉफी की बात करें, क्योंकि हम इंडियंस जो है हमारी सुबह की शुरुआत ही होती है टी या कॉफी से, तो क्या इंटेक कम कर देना चाहिए प्रेगनेंसी के दौरान?
आपको अपना इंटेक नॉर्मल रखना चाहिए. जैसे आपने कहा, we Indians,
Yeah,
when we get up, a cup of tea should be there.
exactly.
Okay, you have breakfast, then you have a small cup of coffee after that. Okay, when it is evening, and then you start thinking of having another cup of tea. So this much is not forbidden. You can continue to have. Yeah, but people who take black coffee and a lot of caffeine and all the time they keep on sipping coffee, they're working in the offices, and it's like, continuous flow of coffee, caffeine, not allowed. Smoking, not allowed. Having alcohol, not allowed, because this can cause growth restriction problems, and also it can increase the risk for miscarriage.
ओके। एंड दोज हु आर नॉन वेजिटेरियंस, तो क्या उन्हें कुछ खाने में अवॉइड करना चाहिए? क्योंकि कहा जाता है कि प्रेगनेंसी के दौरान अगर आप फिश का सेवन करते हैं तो वो ज्यादा अच्छा होता है, कहीं ना कहीं वो बच्चे के ब्रेन डेवलपमेंट से भी जुड़ा होता है। लेकिन अगर हम चिकन या मटन या एग्स की बात करें तो इनमें कौन सी चीजों को अवॉइड करना चाहिए?
See, it is better to have, for a non-vegetarian, lean meat. I would say lean meat is always a good advice. Red meat is not very healthy, and there is no for red meat. But having lean meat, which is not very oily, not fried, not very spicy, I think you can have, because it's the non-vegetarians that way. They are very lucky that they get a good B12, vitamin B12
Yeah.
supply from non-vegetarian, which vegetarians and vegan patients, they lack, because they don't eat non-veg, they don't have even milk. So milk products also gives milk, and milk dairy products also give vitamin B12. So vegetarians have this little problem that their B12 are low, but there is nothing to worry. Even vegetarian diet can give you a lot of B12.
Yeah.
It's not necessary that, okay, now I am pregnant, I am a vegetarian, should I become non-vegetarian?
No.
No, it's not true. Because of B12, you need not. You can continue being vegetarian, and what you require to take fortified breakfast cereals. You take white beans, you take lentils, you take spinach. Along with iron, it has got B12 also. And then you take a lot of, if you're able to take tomatoes and kidney beans and all, you get a good supply of not only B12 but also iron.
Okay. And someone asking here regarding fish, can we take fish oil capsule for the first 12 weeks?
Yes, you can take. There is no harm. It's not forbidden. Can take. Can take, because the idea is to get the nutrients what a non-vegetarian fish can give. You can get in a fish oil capsule as well.
Okay. और किसी ने पूछा था कि क्या इस दौरान एक्सरसाइज करना सही होता है?
See, exercise एक्सरसाइज जैसे फर्स्ट 3 months में नहीं सोचना चाहिए. Yes, you should be active. You should have gentle walks. You can go to the garden and just take a gentle walk. You take that as one exercise. You can do meditation and yoga and relax, not the heavy type of yoga, the relaxing type of yoga. Because first 3 weeks, and like I was telling you, there are two categories of mothers to be. One with a past good history,
Yeah.
one with the past bad history. But just imagine the one who is pregnant first time. उसका तो कोई हिस्ट्री नहीं है ना, उसका तो टेस्ट अभी है, लेकिन टेस्ट उसको एग्जाम जैसा नहीं लेना है. गॉड इज वेरी काइंड टू bless us with system which actually naturally works. We don't have to do much. We have to only come into little help when there is a problem. So you keep yourself normal and you continue to do that. You do those simple exercises like walk, yoga, and take it easy. Keep your mind at peace, rest, because first 3 months of pregnancy, not only important things which I told you, that organ developments happen and you have to go to the doctors and take the vitamins, take the supplements which will give you. Commonly given supplements are those having folic acid we discussed, also vitamin B12 which is to be taken. All these things matter a lot. Even iron is important, but sometimes some patients who have exaggerated pregnancy sickness, they cannot tolerate iron in the first 3 months of pregnancy. They cannot tolerate iron in the first 3 months of pregnancy because already they are having nausea, vomiting. So it becomes like adding fuel to fire. So such things, iron can also lead to constipation. In early pregnancy, as it is, you are prone to constipation because the pregnancy hormone progesterone supports the pregnancy और उसका एक बहुत important उसका effect है, it relaxes the smooth muscle of your body.
Okay.
So it relaxes the uterus and prevents a miscarriage. Also, it relaxes the intestines and the intestinal movements are sluggish, and then you may land up with constipation. And iron, if you take, iron also tends to constipate some patients. It can constipate. So iron is given little later in pregnancy, say after 12 weeks of pregnancy, but the need for iron is there not only with early pregnancy, even before that. You have to have good hemoglobin to go with a good healthy pregnancy.
ओके और यहाँ पर नताशा जी ने सवाल किया है कि yesterday I had an ultrasound done and there was no gestational sac found at 6 weeks. Kindly explain what can be done to prevent future heartbreaks.
See, if there is no gestational sac at 6 weeks of pregnancy, earlier I told you there is a possibility that this pregnancy test could have been weakly positive.
Okay.
Now, weakly positive test, like I said, ectopic, not always. Sometimes a pregnancy which has stopped to grow, It was in the uterus, but by the time 5 weeks ke baad 6 weeks, it disappeared. It didn't grow further. It's neither in the tubes. And we don't know gestational sac, whether it appeared in time, because if we do it at 5 weeks sonography, we know that it was there at 5 weeks, now it is not there. So this situation is called missed abortion. Now, missed abortion could be due to many reasons. It could be just lack of support to the pregnancy. It could be because of the abnormality in the pregnancy and the body rejected. So one has to understand, one has to take good advice that why did this happen. If there is lack of hormone support, that can be taken care of. If there is lack of vitamins and supplements, that can be taken care of. And if you investigate and come to know that there is some abnormality in that pregnancy, because that tissue of that pregnancy which has become a missed abortion can be studied genetically.
Okay.
We do microarray we do karyotyping of the product of conception like this and come to know whether it was because of abnormality this has happened. Then once you know, then when you embark for the next pregnancy, you are prepared. You are prepared. Like now in COVID times, we are prepared with our mask whenever we
Yeah,
go down.
exactly.
We wear our, we keep on wondering, vaccine lena chahiye, nahi lena chahiye. So that preparation for such a patient who has had a miscarriage, you have to find out the cause. It is better. If you will not find out the cause and you wait for the next pregnancy to happen, you will be in terrible tension because you don't know why the first time miscarriage
Yeah.
or misconception happened and you're pregnant again. Now what will happen will be a big worry. Not only for you, for the doctor who's going to take care of you. कि पहले क्या प्रॉब्लम था अब क्या होगा, लेट अस सी.
और जैसे कि आपने वैक्सीनेशन की बात की, तो अभी भी बहुत लोगों के माइंड में ये कंफ्यूजन है, दे आर इन डिलेमा कि प्रेगनेंसी के दौरान वैक्सीनेशन लेना चाहिए या नहीं लेना चाहिए, तो इस पर आप कुछ क्लियर करें.
हाँ, मैं आई एम वेरी हैप्पी टू इन्फॉर्म यू that as of now, the vaccines which are available in India, the government guideline are not allowing vaccine during pregnancy. Even abroad, the vaccine which is available in USA, it is allowed after 3 months of pregnancy. But the vaccines which we have, the guidelines have not yet allowed. One good news is that our federation, FOXI, Federation of Obstetricians and Gynecologists of India, have sent a recommendation to the government of India to consider allowing vaccination in pregnancy after 3 months.
Okay.
Also, this request was put that it should be allowed during lactation as well, when you're nursing your baby.
Yeah.
And the good news is, after that, the government has allowed vaccination for a lactating woman when she is nursing her baby, but we are still awaiting permissions for vaccination when you are pregnant or what stage of pregnancy. So in pregnancy, as of now, the guidelines don't allow.
ओके, तो एक बार फिर से मैं ये फर्स्ट सेमेस्टर पे आ जाती हूँ. मैंने कहीं पढ़ा था कि कैट एज अ पेट इज नॉट सेफ ड्यूरिंग प्रेगनेंसी, और इसके पीछे एक बात ये कही गई है कि ये पैरासिटिक इन्फेक्शन और टॉक्सोप्लाज्मोसिस एक कारण बताया गया है, जो कहीं ना कहीं बच्चे की आंख और ब्रेन के लिए बहुत खतरनाक साबित हो सकता है. इसलिए मैंने इसे लिख के रखा था ताकि मैं ये सवाल आपसे ले सकूं.
ये बहुत अच्छा सवाल है ये. See, cats in their fur, and sheep in their gut, sheep, goat, non-veg, red meat, in their gut harbor this Toxoplasma gondii, which is a germ.
Okay.
Okay. So having pets and having miscarriage, they are connected.
Okay.
Because it was believed, and it is also to a great extent understood even now, that having pets, and for those non-vegetarian people, if you have miscarriage and if there is a history like of miscarriage, you should keep in mind of this parasitic infection, which is called toxoplasmosis. You have to investigate and you have to treat that if it comes positive, and then possibility of recurrent miscarriages will not be there.
Okay. और लास्ट में आप हमारे तमाम जो दर्शक और फॉलोअर्स हमारे साथ जुड़े हुए हैं उन्हें क्या बताना चाहेंगे, क्या कुछ सजेस्ट करना चाहेंगे?
देखिए, when you are wanting to become pregnant, you start folic acid.
Yeah.
And you should follow your fertility cycle. You should know your fertility cycle. When your periods are regular, when is the possibility of conceiving? That is 14 days minus of your period cycle. When your cycle is 28 days, 14th day becomes your most fertile day. If it is 30 days cycle, minus 14, 16th day is the most fertile day. So you should make love on that day or around that day if you're planning a pregnancy. That you are planning, so I told you already you're on folic acid. When you miss your period by a couple of days, you don't have to wait longer. Nowadays, pregnancy tests which are there, they are very sensitive. They can pick up even 2 days before of your missing of the period. So after 2-3 days, it is better to wait for those 2-3 days extra. Do a pregnancy test. If it is positive, good positive, by 1 week time, you should plan and find a doctor. That you have to go and see a doctor. It is very important. Then you have to go and give your history. You have missed your period. You are pregnant, and what next? So he will, in his office, do an ultrasound or refer for ultrasound and see that what I told you, dating, single, no problem, not in the tube, everything is fine. And he will advise, and you must follow that advice. You don't get anxious, don't get worried. It's not risky. It is not risky at all if you follow these orders and advice from your doctor. You take the supplements, continue your folic acid, and the doctor is going to give you vitamin B12, and something more to this is calcium and iron. Calcium taking is also very, very important because it helps in growth of the embryo. It also helps you in preventing a condition later in pregnancy after 20 weeks, preeclampsia and eclampsia, that is blood pressure in pregnancy, swelling in pregnancy and all that. It helps you to prevent that also. Take care of your sickness. If you lose weight in the initial stage of pregnancy, don't get hyper. You have to correlate with your pregnancy sickness. When you have pregnancy sickness, your intake is less. When you have pregnancy sickness, you throw up everything and you don't retain. You report to your doctor. As a matter of fact, when patients come to us, we don't usually ask, how's your vomiting? ये कोई प्रश्न नहीं होता है.
Exactly.
When she comes in, and I will seek very quietly, okay, she has lost 1 or 2 kilos. And she's forgotten to tell me that she's got sickness and vomiting. Then I will ask her, beta, aapka, how's the pregnancy sickness? Are you vomiting a lot and not able to retain? The answer has to be yes, because she has lost 2 kilos, 1 kilo, 3 kilo. I have seen patients losing 5-6 kilos in early pregnancy.
Okay.
So that also defines the magnitude of pregnancy sickness. कि कितना इसको pregnancy sickness होगा, how much care has to be given. So we have a way to treat that. There are medications which are not medicines that way, they are supplementation, and they give you a make feel good type of a sensation, and it doesn't have side effects. So when you take these supplements and you come under control, you progress with taking that. Sometimes you cannot even retain these tablets which are given as supplements. Then we are in a situation to tell the patient that I have to admit you, I have to give you some intravenous fluids, lots of glucose with lots of vitamins, and that helps a lot. That helps a lot, because as soon as those that good 4 to 6 pints of glucose with lot of electrolytes with vitamins is given, she sits up by evening and says, I'm very hungry, I want to eat. And she starts hogging. So we tell her, in diet, you should be less spicy, less oily. If you are not able to eat good quantity, good advice to have small meals, but more often.
Exactly.
Another thing, I tell them very happily, that make hay when the sun shines. Do you know this saying, make hay when the sun shines? Means what? You eat more what you like. And I tell the relatives, don't force her on what you are eating. That is going to spoil the show. Because if she doesn't like to eat rice, and you will say, beta, आज चावल बहुत अच्छा बना है, आपको खाना ही है. या तो एक रोटी और खा लो, एक रोटी और खा लो.
Exactly.
No, she feels like eating rice, let her eat rice. If she feels like eating salad, let her eat salad. So let her ask what she's wanting to have. That is a Ramban of treating pregnancy sickness. So no forced eating. Mothers come, mother-in-laws come, husbands come. ये कुछ खाती नहीं है, उसको ये नहीं खाया, ये नहीं, बोला उसके सामने भी आप मत खाओ ये सब. उसको ये सब जो अच्छा लगता है वो उसको दो, and she'll be all right. So I will tell her to do that. I'll tell her having sexual intercourse is not forbidden.
Okay.
If everything is all right,
Mhm.
having sexual intercourse is not forbidden, but it should be less often, less frequent, and one should not put on too much weight on her. One has to take care of that, and it's all right with less frequency to go ahead. If everything is all right, you don't have to worry. Then she has to report to the doctor for a couple of important events. And when we talk about low risk patient and high risk patient, low risk patient is not need to see the doctor very often. The high risk patient is required to see the doctor very often. But in the first 3 months of pregnancy, it is always wiser to see your doctor once in 2 weeks,
Okay.
where he will see your weight, whether you're losing, maintaining, or gaining. Even gaining of weight is known.
Exactly.
But more often, in the first 3 months, it is maintaining the weight or losing the weight is normal. Gaining the weight, we have no answer to that. You say, okay, fine, but it is not expected. Then once we see the blood pressure, we see the weight, we do that antenatal profile. The very important event is between 11 weeks and 13.6 weeks. When we do a dual marker has to be done, which further classifies you into low risk and high risk. A dual marker with a first trimester scan, where you see the complete anatomy of the embryo and the fetus. The fetus is seen, the brain development is seen, the nuchal translucency is seen, no defect in the spine is seen, the growth is seen that it is tallying, and all these along with dual marker where two tests are done, that is what we call PATH A and beta HCG subunit. इसको देखकर हमें पता चलता है कि this mother to be is low risk, and most of them are low risk. 90% of them are low risk. Then why worry when 90% are low risk? Why you worry? Now those 10%, if they have followed this regime, they are in good hands. There is a possibility to take care of most of the problem, and 97% of the pregnancies can be uneventful without any problem, and they can have healthy babies if they follow this first 3 months properly.
ओके और डॉक्टर मैं लास्ट एक और सवाल ले लेती हूँ. किसी ने पूछा है, कैन वन टेक वैक्सीन इफ प्लानिंग फॉर प्रेगनेंसी, और व्हाट if she has taken the first dose and then she finds out that she is pregnant?
Like I said, the second question का answer मैंने already दे दिया, but we'll answer it properly. When you're planning for pregnancy, if it is so, it is better that you have completed your both vaccine and then you plan.
Exactly. Yeah.
That means she has to use contraceptive. If she is wanting to do the vaccination, then she has to also do contraception. So ये सवाल ही नहीं आएगा कि मेरा एक वैक्सीन हो गया और मैं प्रेग्नेंट हो गई हूँ. That means she didn't use contraception when she was knowing that she cannot have vaccine when she is pregnant. And I am telling you, even when the guidelines will come, mostly they will tell us that you can vaccinate after 3 months of pregnancy.
Okay.
So gap बढ़ जाएगा. So it is better to complete your vaccination,
Then
plan a pregnancy. If you haven't taken one vaccine and you have not used contraception and you are pregnant, then you have to forego that first vaccine, because you पहले तो अभी इंडिया में guideline doesn't allow
exactly.
pregnancy vaccine yet, but I'm sure First 3 months it is not to be given.
ओके ओके, थैंक यू सो मच डॉक्टर। आपने मतलब इतने अच्छे तरीके से बताया, मुझे लगता है कि जो अभी प्लानिंग भी कर रहे होंगे उन्हें भी पता चल जाएगा कि फर्स्ट ट्राइमेस्टर में उन्हें किन किन बातों का ध्यान रखना चाहिए। थैंक यू सो मच।
God bless. And if there is anything, you let me know, and they can ask me questions. You can tag me, share me,
या श्योर।
and I'm glad to be of help to anyone wherever they are. God bless.
थैंक यू सर, बाय।
Bye. Bye.
तो आई होप कि आपको ये सेशन बहुत पसंद आया होगा, क्योंकि जिस तरह से डॉक्टर राजू साहित्य ने बताया है कि किन किन बातों का ध्यान रखना चाहिए पहली तिमाही में और किन किन चीजों को अवॉइड करना चाहिए, वैक्सीनेशन को लेकर भी उन्होंने जो संशय था उसे भी उन्होंने क्लियर करने की कोशिश की है। तो मुझे उम्मीद है कि ये सेशन आपको काफी पसंद आया होगा, और अगर आप चाहते हैं कि किसी विषय को हम उठाएं, उस पर हम डॉक्टर से राय लें, उस पर बातचीत करें, तो आप उस विषय के बारे में हमें बता सकते हैं। आप हमें व्हाट्सएप कर सकते हैं या हमें कॉल कर सकते हैं। हमारा नंबर है 636-636-3030। तो इसी के साथ आज के हमारे इस लाइव सेशन में फिलहाल इतना ही। फिर होगी आपसे मुलाकात एक अगले और नए विषय के साथ। तब तक के लिए स्टे सेफ, स्टे हेल्दी, स्टे हैप्पी एंड ऑलवेज स्टे विद ज़ेल्दी। थैंक यू सो मच।